Hey everybody, it's Jay. I just wanted to do a quick follow up on a project I finished recording early April, and this was a project for Villaggio Bread. It was amongst four other auditions I got from my agent, and I really wanted some of the other ones because they were animation stuff. There was like some video game stuff in there, and I'm not much of a commercial guy. I'm like totally just a character guy. Like I went to acting school, and the thing about VFS is that it's a private acting school, so it's kind of like a Hogwarts for like, you know, those douchey theater kids. And then me. They don't really teach you how to do voiceover commercial stuff. It's like how to do like theater and how to do TV. And there was 4 months of voiceover course, and it was all character work anyway. So I was never a commercial guy, and obviously I never turn down any auditions that my agent submits me for anyway, because they're usually pretty big projects. But this one was a bit different because this is the first audition I've seen that had all of the major acting hubs in like the US and Canada. So there was like New York, LA, Vancouver, Toronto, Montreal, I think even Calgary for some reason. There was Chicago. Like it was huge. There was like must have been thousands of actors going out for this. And I remember recording it, which I'll show you the audition. To me it wasn't that great at all. I don't know what stood out. I think the only thing that really stood out was I went very heartfelt with it. Like it kind of read like a poem to me. There was one part I kind of chuckled because I really connected to that line because it kind of reminded me of my childhood. So I added like this little laugh, and then when I was editing my takes, I heard that and I was like, wow, that sounded like pretty natural. Like that was I'm going to use that one. So as I was editing, I was like, I'm not really feeling this. It's like very heartfelt and cheesy and, you know, whatever. I submitted it, forgot about it. I was kind of thinking about the other ones anyway. And then a couple days later, my agent gets back to me and says they have pinned you for this commercial. And usually what that means is that you got it, because commercials don't really do callbacks. So yeah, I woke up to that email and I was just like, are you serious? Like Villaggio? The bread? And then he's like, just hang tight. Don't commit to anything. They're going to get back to me soon. And soon enough, he said, I got the role. They want me. So then I recorded the project a couple days after that. I think it was like April 11th. It was 7 a.m. my time. And it was like, yeah, they were 3 hours ahead. So they were like, hey, fuck you. We're doing it in the morning. So that was fun. So I'm going to show you guys the audition that I did, and then I'm going to show you the finished product. I'm just really setting this up for you like a fucking Dune movie. Slow burn epic.
For fun nights staying in. Birthdays when the lights are dim. Cottage days after a swim. When guests drop by on a whim. Backyards filled to the brim. Any situation you find yourself in. Make any moment something to savor.
Wow, wasn't that great? It had everything. It was tugging the heartstrings, felt nostalgic. I don't know. I think it sucked. But fast forward to the recording day, I was thinking, okay, I'm going to do that same slow read. But as soon as the first take started going, she put on the casting director put on this music that was like very club dance sort of vibe. Like it was like very hip. And I was like, what the fuck? This does not match what I was reading. So I immediately just started reading to the pace of the music. And it was very like it was very just like energetic and hip. That's all I can say. And then after we wrapped for the day, I was like, that was nothing like my read. Why did they choose me for that? And then the commercial just came out, and I just randomly saw it online. I was like, what the fuck? That's me. It was just super weird. I'm going to play that for you right now.
For fun nights staying in. Birthdays when the lights are dim. Cottage days after a swim. When guests drop by on a whim. Any situation you find yourself in. Villaggio Rustico. The art of easy.
So this project was actually bigger than I ever imagined because it ended up landing me an agent in LA, which I don't know if you guys know, but Canadian talent getting representation in the US is nearly impossible, because why would they want to take a Canadian talent over just other Americans who can work there? So when I applied to the agency, before I booked the commercial, she was like, "Do you have a raw sample of just a commercial audition?" So I sent one, and I was like, okay, not hearing anything back for a couple weeks. And then I booked the commercial, and then I was like, well, why not send that audition that I booked to her? And so then she got back to me in a couple days, and she was like, "You booked that role? Because I must have listened to that audition like 100 times from my roster. Like everyone went out for that role." And I was like, "Yeah, I guess they fucking liked me." So me and the agent ended up talking on the phone for like maybe 20 minutes, and she was like, "Well, I do like actors that book." And I'm like, "I'm sure you do." And she was like, "Oh, if you're interested, I'll send you the welcome package today." And I was like, "Yeah, I'd love to do this." So now that I'm on that roster, I'm getting so much more opportunities, things that like a small Canadian talent could only dream of. And things have just been going up from there. I have a lot of stuff coming out this year, and it's going to be incredible. Anyway, that's it. Thank you guys so much. See ya.